Teresa Lisum here. I'm going to ask you, what are you really afraid of? We are all afraid of something. It might be something big, might be something small, it might be even something a little silly, but fear shows up for all of us. And it could look like speaking in front of a group, walking into a room where you don't know anyone, starting a hard conversation, saying something you really think, just raising your hand, maybe setting a boundary. Fear doesn't always roar, sometimes it whispers. But here's a question I've been sitting with. What are we actually afraid of? Now, I want to say something important here. There are real situations in life where fear is wise. If you're in real physical danger, if your safety is at risk, then that fear is protective. It exists to keep you safe. It deserves to be honored. But most of the fear we experience in everyday life is just the fear of being seen, the fear of speaking, the fear of being disagreed with. It's not about survival. It's just about discomfort. So just know the difference between discomfort and danger. It's not the same thing. If you're about to speak to a group, are you in physical harm? Probably not. If you're entering a conversation with someone where they might disagree with you, have a different opinion, what do you think will actually happen? So let's just slow it down. People are just people. They may think differently from you. They might vote differently than you. They might see the world through a different lens. But at the core, they're just trying to do the best they can in the best way they know how. They're trying to take care of themselves, trying to love their families, trying to build a meaningful life, just like you. And we might disagree in a few areas, maybe even some important areas, but disagreements are not the end of us. They don't erase our humanity. They don't cancel our shared desire for safety, belonging, purpose, and connection. And here's something worth considering. Maybe they're afraid too. Maybe the person across the table from you is nervous. Maybe the woman in the room is wondering if she'll say the wrong thing. Maybe the person who appears confident is hoping that they won't be judged. We're all walking into rooms full of people who are just human and just as tender as we are. So when I remember that, then something shifts. And I invite you to remember that as well. So something can shift for you. Now know that the fear doesn't always disappear, but it does soften. Because we're no longer stepping into a battle, we're stepping into connection. We're not facing an opponent, we're meeting another human being. And when we zoom out even farther, let's realize something powerful. We are bigger than any one topic. We are bigger than any one disagreement. We are bigger than one awkward moment. Our identity, our worth, our value, they are not on the line every time we speak. Now, there's a line I want to share with you that is attributed to Dr. Seuss. Did he really say it? Don't know. But this is it. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. So whether or not he actually wrote it, the wisdom is still there. So people who are meant to be in your life and who value honesty, growth, and respect dialogue are not threatened by your voice. And the ones who are deeply unsettled by your calm, authentic expression, They were never yours to manage in the first place. So before that next uncomfortable conversation, before the next room you enter, before the next moment that tightens your chest, I invite you to pause. Remind yourself, these are just people, and I'm just a person. And we likely want more of the same things than we realize. And then just step away, or just take the step anyway, not because you're afraid, but because connection matters more. So this is an invitation for you. This week, choose one small fear that has quietly been holding you back. Maybe it's sending the email. Maybe it's starting the conversation. Maybe it's introducing yourself first. Maybe it's sharing your opinion calmly and kindly. And then ask yourself, what am I actually afraid of? Is this true danger or simply discomfort? What if the person in front of me is just as human as I am? Then take one small brave step. Let yourself be seen. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing. And that willingness, it might just change everything.